Interested in investing in the metaverse but don't know where to start? Are you looking for a Canadian all-in-one ETF to help you participate in the gains or losses of this upcoming metaverse? I'm going to recommend my top ETF I think Canadians should invest in, plus two little bonus penny stocks that could 10x in the future. But they're risky, so I'm leaving them to the end. Getting right into it, let me just kind of explain what the metaverse is, how I understand it. It's a computer-generated environment. I don't understand what makes it different from a video game right now. I think because there's no point to the metaverse, there's no end game, there's no purpose, but I think that's all coming. I could be wrong. I don't know. It just, to me, it just seems like kind of like the Matrix, but instead of a video game, there's no purpose except living and spending a lot of money on NFTs. That's besides the point. The first ETF I recommend buying or investing in is Evolve Metaverse ETF. The ticker symbol is MESH. So this came out recently. It only came out November 24th, 2021. Right now I'm filming this December 19th, 2021. It hasn't been around that long, but we shouldn't really complain about the lack of data on the ETF because if you look at the companies it's investing in, you'll get a lot more comfort. Let's get right into it. Ticker symbol MESH. The current stock price is $9.28. They launched at $10. They have 25 holdings. It's actively managed. I don't think they're actively managing the 25 holdings. I think they're managing the currency. So this is a hedged ETF, meaning it's hedged to the US dollar. You won't see increases or decreases in the stock price because of currency. You'll only see increase or decrease based on the holdings. If we go into the overview, part of what bothers me about Canadian ETFs is that the high management fee. So we can see, I think SPY has a 0.03 management fee, or VOO has a 0.03. So you see 0.6, this is a lot higher. What this means, just a dumbed down example, you don't get charged directly for this fee. You get indirectly charged where the manager takes it out of the performance of the fund. If the stock goes up $100, the ETF might only go up 99.4 because they have to take their 0.6 management fee out, which is fine. It says they have if any distribution, it will be annual. I know one company they invest in does have a small dividend, and they might distribute it, but right now it might be every year. I'm guessing every December, which should be the year end of this ETF. Is there anything important here? Nope. Let's go right into the holdings. If we look at the portfolio, I have it open here. If we look at the portfolio, you'll see a bunch of companies you might already recognize. So AMD, they make GPUs, they make CPUs, Apple, Google. Whereas, what else is there? Snapchat's probably like my least favorite company in here. Sony, semiconductors. What I think was a little lazy on the manager side was allocating a 4% weighting to each of these. Personally, I would have allocated 3% to Snapchat because I'm not that confident in it. And then maybe 5% to Apple because I am more confident. I think the ETF would have performed and will perform better in the future. If we take a look at the portfolio here, you'll see Apple is already doing better from when they launched. So it went from 4 to 4.75. If we take a look at Snap, it went from 3 to 3.88. Maybe I'm making a bigger deal about it than it already is. But if you're wondering why invest in these companies, where is it? I know there's a better graphic of all the holdings. I think it's here. I like looking at it this way. So if you're wondering why they invested in these companies, why did they choose these 25? They want to invest in companies that are developing hardware. Makes sense. Companies that are developing and designing creative tools to use to build the metaverse. Makes sense. And companies that are involved in the development and operation of an immersive 3D digital platform. Perfect. I think that would be Roblox. I think that would be Activision Blizzard, maybe even Disney. If we want to delve deeper into why you should invest in this stock, why not just in like the S&P 500, or why not like QQQ, because these are already indirectly invested in it. These are more, I would say this is on the riskier side because this is all in one industry. It's not diversified at all. You might see a variety of companies, but they're all in the same area. I wouldn't put this as a safe holding, even though you see Apple in there. I would put it more of medium because if there's a tech pullback, these would all go down. If you're investing in the S&P 500, it has healthcare, it has retail, it has financials, so it won't be hit as bad as this will be. But I am bullish on all of these in the future. except Snapchat. I just don't like it. I feel like their competitors do a just as good, if not better job. But moving on. To be honest, I think that's all that is to say. If you don't feel confident in investing some of the biggest companies in the world, like Nvidia, I have Nvidia GPU right here, like Apple's doing well, biggest company in the world. I think I'm going to cut it off here, trying to make my videos short and to the point. If you are a Canadian and interested in investing in the metaverse, this is your best foot to get in the door. Now, if we want to go into something slightly riskier, let's go on to the penny stocks, and I'll explain why I chose these. Poet Technologies, ticker symbol PTK on the TSXV. The TSX Venture is the Canadian small cap exchange. Right now it's 89 cents a share. This company creates semiconductors. The one that there's a shortage all over the world. You can barely get new cars. There's a shortage of GPUs, mainly because there's a shortage of semiconductors. I'm not sure why this hasn't done better. So in the last year, it went from 72, and a year ago now, it's still at 89. That is 23%. But considering there's a shortage of semiconductors, I thought this would boom. I'm in no position to say they have good or they have bad semiconductors. That's not my area of expertise. But looking at their financials from last year to this year, they have more revenue and they have less debt. And there's a shortage and there's a demand in the product they're creating. So I can only assume that this would boom. It should boom. Sometimes the market does weird things. Maybe people just don't know enough about it or don't have confidence in a North American or even a Canadian semiconductor company. But if you are interested, let's just say put $1,000 in your TFSA. If it does 10x, it'll be safe from tax or sheltered from tax. On to the second one, Fobi AI, artificial intelligence. It's on the TSXV as well, ticker symbol FOBI. It's $1.26. They recently experienced a massive boom. Let's say from bottom to top is 548%, but they recently came back down. They signed on with Amazon and Shopify. They have AI system that help with, I believe it's their point of sale or their fulfillment warehouses. They're not directly involved in the metaverse, but I can assume Shopify and Amazon are going to want to have retail centers or online retail centers in the metaverse somehow. And I do think they could use this AI system to help further it, especially considering they already have deals with them and it's already implemented. So another stock that could 10x. So here, let me break it down this way. If you want the safer investment, one that I think will go up, I'll go Mesh. If you want my choice on what would go up 10 times, it won't be Mesh. It would be Fobi or it would be PTK, Poet Technologies. I'm going to leave it here, short and sweet. I'm not invested in any of these directly. I am indirectly invested in them. I don't own any stock of any company. I only trade options now, which is one of my main income sources. So yeah, I try not to recommend anything I'm not invested in, but I do trade options on most of these companies, especially if you've been watching my option series. I trade on AMD, Apple, and Nvidia most of all. I'm going to leave it here. Let me know if you have any questions. I might do a follow-up on this. I think I should find more up-and-coming penny stocks or companies that could be involved in the metaverse. This seems too easy, seems too straightforward, just an all-in-one ETF. You might not have as big of an opportunity to hit a 10-bagger with these ones as you do with the penny stocks. But then again, I'm always worried about telling my subscribers or my viewers to take a lot of risk. These penny stocks are a lot of risk. I'm not invested in them, but they could go big. Maybe I'll do an update a year from now at the beginning of 2023 just to let you know how my picks went. But yeah, sorry, I'm rambling. This is why I need a script, because I ramble too much. Thanks for watching and tune into the next one.